Hello and welcome everyone to a new video. Today we are taking a look at my 1cc clear of Devil Blade Reboot hard mode. I already cleared easy, normal mode as well as the normal retro mode, and I uploaded those videos as well if you want to take a look. And hard mode took me a little bit longer to clear. I think I spent like 15 hours-ish to clear the before mentioned modes as well as hard mode. So in hard mode, of course I don't know if there are more enemies, but there are more bullets. It's definitely harder than normal mode. And one thing that did not surprise me, but that made this clear a little harder, is the fact that you don't get an extend that easily, in my opinion. That being said, I'm focusing mostly on survival, and therefore scoring is not my strongest part. During my training runs, I tried it. I tried to score high in the first and the second stage, but mainly in the first stage, which went quite well, but in the end I still didn't have enough points to get an extend. So for this run, I remember very fondly, for this run I told myself in advance that I don't want to score, don't even try to score high, don't go into berserk mode, but just play it safe and stockpile bombs. So I have enough bombs during the last boss to go through the phases with all my bombs. Therefore you see me hanging back screen. I'm in berserk mode, and you can see that the bullets for the enemies get way more aggressive. I lost a shield there, but the game is very generous in regards to shields and bombs. So you can see I already have 6 bombs and we're at the first boss. What's very cool about the game is that there are this kind of patterns. The bosses give you this visual cues where you have to stay. They're like announcing their attacks, and you have a brief time to get into the right position, which helps that you don't need to memorize everything. The first boss is not too hard. You can use the incoming rockets that you saw earlier to go into berserk mode. Just if you want to score and you want to get more points like this, you can go into berserk mode way earlier. You have to deal with more intense patterns, but the benefit is that you score and you can probably get one more extend. So for this run we will stay at 2 extends, but we'll see that later. So the game Devil Blade really got me hooked. Earlier this year I played Super XYX, which was another great game, and Devil Blade was kind of surprising for me, but I like the game a lot the more time I spend with it. This might be a game where I come back and really try to score, because it's very fun. Very fun to do, and I'm still thinking about the extend I gave up, and I really would like to try to get the extend and make everything a little bit more intense, and so on. What I really like about the game is the graphics. As you can see here, the moon opens up and you go down to the secret base. Overall, it reminds me of a PS1 era shmup, maybe a little bit. No, like I think PS1 is pretty accurate in terms of the graphics, but yeah, I like this kind of era. So the visuals really got me hooked. Here you then this boss fires or this boss fires some grenades that follow you, so you have to misroute or reroute the bullets so you don't get hit. And then you directly after that you have to take care of the lasers he shoots. Here you have two tanks, and I think the easiest way is to focus one tank down and then get to the other. You have to deal with some of the patterns like the lasers you saw earlier. Yeah, but it's not too hard. Here we are into berserk mode. It works like this: if you are very close to the enemies, like point blanking or very close, you increase the percentage, and then you go into berserk mode and you get points, but also the enemies get more aggressive. Second stage boss. The first time I encountered it in normal mode, I think, I didn't like this fight very much, but the more I practice it and the more I've seen this boss, the more I liked it, because it feels really like a dance. You will see it in the last phase. Here you should watch out for the blue bullets, because you can easily get into the circle and dodge the bullets. Here I lost my shield, which made me a little bit nervous, and I think it's kind of hard to avoid this lasers or this flames, so I used the bomb. And yeah, this is the last phase where you constantly have to change between the inner and the outer circle, or you have to use bombs. I think that's really fun, very cool boss, and the stage transitions look very cool, all the explosions, and then you're flying off to the next level. So with the explosions in the background, we are going to the next level or the next episode. You have some popcorn enemies coming from left and right. This pattern is incoming enemies reminded me of some Eschatos patterns. Here you have the ships in the background that fire lasers at you, and you have to position yourself correctly to not get hit like so. And yeah, more popcorn enemies. And here you can see that those starships or cruisers or whatever that is, they come from the background and you have to fight them. And I first tried to focus down one ship in the beginning when I started practicing, but I think it's easier to start at the one side and directly move over and switch focus a little bit so you can avoid the lasers. Here it's important to know where the not only where the rockets come from, but also where they are going. Here is the mid-boss, who throws this kind of sticks in the air and then has the laser pattern. It can throw you off in the beginning, but you will get the hang of it. If I can do it, I think everyone can do it. Just a matter of practice. Some more, well, not popcorn enemies, but some more enemies. This reminds me a little bit of Crimson Clover. In stage 3 or 4, there is a part where you are surrounded by enemies that shoot with lasers. It's a little bit more intense, but I got reminded of this. And not only that, but if we're going back to the second boss reminds me of a certain boss in Radiant Silvergun, I never cleared Radiant Silvergun, I just dabbled with it a little bit, but there's also a boss where you can, a tank or something like this, where you can hide behind pillars, where you need to hide behind pillars, which is very fun. So, stage 3 boss. He starts with this circular patterns, and after you dodge that, you should directly go to the left or to the right to avoid his laser in the middle. Here again, the gaps, and here you have to avoid his flamethrower and deal with his grenades at the same time before they explode. You can also let them explode, but I try to deal with it in advance. I don't like this pattern, therefore I use the bomb. And after that you have to avoid his lasers. The nice thing is they give you the visual cue where they are. Here again, I think that's really cool, but it's also only cool as long as you are not in berserk mode. Here again, you get this laser pattern, this one, and then he shoots his railgun, so you need to be aware that after the last part, after the lasers, you have to move to the left or to the right to not get hit. And off we go to the 4th episode, or 4th stage. And this reminds me a lot of Mushihime-sama Stage 3, because Mushihime-sama Stage 3 is one giant bug, one giant enemy where you have to get rid of the parts to go to the final boss or to the boss. And it's essentially the same here. You have this giant cruiser or this giant spaceship, I don't know how to call it, and you have to blow all the parts off piece by piece to get to the boss of the stage. Here you can play it relatively safe. I like to start at one side and dodge the incoming bullets, this, and use my spread shot. It doesn't do a lot of damage, as you can see here, but it's a safe way to not get hit and blow off the parts without losing life, and maybe like this move over and use the straight shot. So I start at the right again. I always start at the right because that's what I practiced. Then I try to blow the parts off, and with every part you blow off it gets a little bit easier because there are less bullets on the screen. But, that's the name of the game. As I said, I try to play it safe most of the time because I'm not going for the extent, I'm not going to score a lot, so I have to play very safe, and it's, to be honest, it's fairly easy to do here. You just need to get the hang of the bullets. This can just go up and go down here. You have all these visual indicators, you just need to get used to it. Then use the wide shot to blow all the parts off. And that's how we dismantle this ship piece by piece. Same thing here. Not too much to say, play it safe. Wide shot and later straight shot. Here you need to be a little bit careful, but you will learn the phases the more you practice and the different bullet types, so you know where the bullets come from and what you have to dodge. Like, yeah, this is a perfect example, I think, of a game where practice makes it perfect. I think it applies to basically every game, but if you know how these bullets behave and what to expect, you can play it maximum safe if you want. It was a little bit close, one of the smaller bullets, but yeah, up, go down, play it safe, blow the parts off. You can get hit in between, of course. You have the shield, so there's at least one free hit, more or less. but yeah, if you don't get hit, at least for me, I don't lose my nerves, or I can keep calm if I get hit. I tend to get a little bit nervous, but here this works pretty well. And in this case, you get you are now at the stage boss, but you don't get a new shield. So in the second to last phase, you have to be a little bit more careful because you don't get a new shield. So I like to start at the right and go over to the left to dodge the bullets, to make it a little bit easier. This was pretty close. Then you have to align accordingly, as well as here you have the lasers and you want to gaps. And again, I try to tap dodge and get into position. And this is the first phase, and I really like how these things blow up and this new, it looks like a fist, these new things come onto the side, and the sound it makes, it feels, or it is really powerful. All the game, the sound, the music really it really helps to pull you in. Again, more of those patterns where you have to be aware where you need to go, and the last phase is a little bit easier because you can stay on the side and use the spread shot to avoid this lasers. And then you have to get into the right position and move to the left or to the right. Here I miscalculated my damage, I got hit, but because I had the shields, it wasn't too bad. That being said, you will see in the next stage that you don't get a shield right away. You have to survive for a little bit. So going out of this fight with a shield is, in my opinion, a little bit better, because you have room for failure in the first part of this stage 5. So you have to practice a little bit where the rockets and the enemies are coming from and where they are shooting, but you get the hang of it. You have to survive this first part as well as this, but you can tap dodge over and then you will get a new bomb and a shield. So the shield made me a little bit calmer, because now there are all this enemies coming. I try to not get into berserk mode. I miscalculated or mispositioned here and had to use a bomb. And here's one mid-boss, and I got out of position, so I had to use a bomb. This mid-boss is a little bit tricky because he starts and fires his super fast lasers, and if you're not in the right position, you will get hit. So yeah, because I'm able to stockpile a lot of bombs, I told myself I want to use them in the last stage and last boss. So here I try to avoid the engine fire thing, because you can get hit by it, and that would be not so good. So you can stay on the side of this mid-boss and then fire with the spread shot. Here you have a little section, you have to follow the path. It's not too hard, I think. Yeah, and you just need to practice it a little bit to know which way to go. Here I used another bomb. I can basically kill this one without a bomb, but better safe than sorry. I wanted to make it to the last boss because I had a lot of runs where I was at the last boss, but I didn't have enough lives. I don't know how I survived this, to be honest. It was magic, probably. This was the last wave of enemies, and now you have to align yourself to those lasers, or you have to get through this laser barriers. A little Mission Impossible action going on here. And yeah, this is quite okay. I have problems playing Eschatos with other things going on, but this section is actually kind of fun, as long as you don't get hit, of course. So, final boss. You want to go through this parts, and yeah, I got hit because I was out of position, and now the boss uses his arms and all these shots, and because I got a little bit nervous, I used another bomb. You have to know the timing on those fireballs, because if you miscalculate this, the bullets will chase you to the left or to the right if you dodge too early, which is kind of nasty. Yeah, so as you can see, the arms trying to kill you. I go into berserk mode because I'm very close to the core, and yeah, go into berserk mode. And here, because of the berserk mode, I said I don't want to risk anything. I use a lot of bombs, even though I'm trying here to avoid some of the lasers. This is the easiest part of the boss, because you can hide between these walls, not between, behind, sorry. You can hide behind the walls and shoot in between to get some damage onto the boss. Just take your time, play it safe, and yeah, then you'll have it. Okay, so it's a pretty good position. It's a good position to be in with 2 lives and 7 bombs. Not only that, you will get some more supplies here. You get a shield and you get 2 more bombs, so 9 bombs and 2 lives. And I felt quite good about that, because I was yeah, I wanted to use it, and I immediately got hit, and I got a little bit nervous, so I used a lot of bombs to recover. Luckily for me, I yeah, was at the right position here, and I was between those lasers, and here this laser pattern I used the bomb because I got hit there so often, so just said I just spend it. You have to be careful of the lightnings. You get into the right position. I use another bomb because I was in my practice runs I was hit by those rockets, and then you have more laser patterns. Also here you have to get into the right position, and the interesting thing is it gets faster and faster. It might be easy watching this and thinking, yeah, you know, you have all these visual cues, it can't be that hard, but if you're in the heat of the moment, it can get quite hard. So here I got hit, and yeah, I was out of position here and used 2 more bombs to recover, and I think another bomb right. Ah, no, okay, I got hit again, and then I decided to just drop 1 more bomb to seal the deal. What's very interesting is you can stockpile bombs, and if you get hit, you keep those bombs. So if I have 2 lives and 11 bombs and I get hit, I stay at 11 bombs. But if I have only 2 bombs and get hit, I go back to 3. So you want to use all your resources. Okay, that was the run. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you have any questions or if you want to share your opinions about the game, please do so in the comments. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and see you next time. Bye bye.